Jamie Lee Curtis is talking about the ending of the movie. Is Laurie Strode going to survive? Let's talk about it.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Night Watch Zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, we got stuff to talk about. Jamie Lee Curtis is talking about the ending of Halloween Ends. It was an interview she had with People, and I just gotta I gotta talk about this, guys, because I know that there's a lot of folks that have heard about it and are discussing it, and I've had some people ask me, well, what do you think of this? Is Laurie Strode going to live at the end of Halloween Ends? This is obviously one of the biggest questions that everyone has about the movie. Is Laurie gonna live? Is Michael gonna live? Who's gonna die? Is this the last time that we're ever gonna see Michael Myers? Is this the last Halloween that's ever gonna be made? Listen, I don't think there's a lot of things that we can say definitively. Although one thing I will say that I'm very confident in is that we will see Halloween come back. And it might be, and I've said this before, it might be a couple of years, but this is not the last time that we're going to have a Halloween movie. We're just not. It's just not. But let me pull up the article and what Jamie Lee Curtis said. All right. So here we go. This is really interesting. Jamie Lee Curtis said or recalled to People in an interview, quote, "The last shot filmed was part of a night shoot, and I was in a car. It was a close-up of me in the car. And when we got out of the car, it was 4:30 in the morning, and there was a picture of my face on the screen. And I realized that was the last image of Laurie Strode after 44 years of portraying her. Isn't that amazing? And it felt very satisfying. I think people are going to lose their minds." Okay, guys. All right. So at first glance, or when you first hear about this, you're thinking to yourself, and even myself at first, I'm thinking, okay, so at the end of the movie, Laurie is going to survive? Now, when she's talked before in the past about this is going to upset people, it's going to make them question, it's going to, all these different types of things, I don't think I ever thought, because of what she said, that Laurie Strode was going to survive. To me, I think what would upset fans is if Michael lives and somehow the movie is open-ended, because it's called Halloween Ends. But, we've seen from 78 to 2018 and in Kills, they've shown you can't kill the boogeyman. And I think that that's been a through line in these movies. My prediction still remains the same. I think Michael will not die at the end of the movie. But let's focus in on what Jamie Lee Curtis said. She said the last shot, parentheses, filmed, was part of a night shoot, and I was in a car, and so forth and so forth. Now, on a movie set, and we all know this, when movies are being shot, a lot of times things are shot out of sequence. There's been movies where the final thing shot was one of the first things that you see in the movie when everything is edited together. So based on this quote, I don't think it means at the end of the movie that we're going to see, a close-up of Jamie Lee Curtis in the car, and then she said, it's my face on the screen, a picture of my face on the screen, and so forth. I don't think we'll have that. The only way I can see that happening, maybe it might be near the end. Again, my thought on it is that Michael is going to live, and it might be the type of thing where at the end of the movie, Laurie Strode is at peace with that. She's at peace with the fact that Michael isn't dead. He's still out there. He's still the boogeyman. You don't know where, but she's at peace with it because of the fact she realizes that he's not coming for her. This isn't a personal thing per se. That could work. I could see that happening. As the end of the movie happens, she's under the realization that Michael is still out there, and they show the close up of her face and so forth. And it's just a look of, I don't want to say peace, but a look of understanding, and of course, Michael is still out there. That could be the way that it happens. But, I'm not super confident of that. I think this scene that she's talking about is probably something that could be in the middle of the movie for all we know. Things get shot out of sequence. So there's that aspect of it. Um, and I think the reason that she talked about this is the other part of her quote saying that, she realizes that she's portrayed this character for 44 years. Um, and that whatever happens in the movie, she feels satisfied with the character, no matter what the ending of her character is going to be. She feels satisfied that she's portrayed this character in multiple decades over 44 years. I think that's more what the message is, not so much that at the end of the movie Laurie survives and Jamie Lee Curtis is satisfied with that, or she's happy about it, or she's having these traveling down memory lane. I don't think that's the case. Although I will say this, guys, what about this for an ending? And I know some fans, they might like it, they may not like it. There are people that are fans of Jamie Lee Curtis. There are fans that are very frustrated with her and her bluntness and so forth. But check this out. Let's just say she does survive, and let's say Michael survives. What if at the end of the movie, Michael Myers, he eludes, them coming after him, or escapes, or there's a confrontation and he survives or barely survives or whatever, and again he's just gone, he's off into the darkness and so forth and so forth. And what if at the end of the movie Jamie Lee Curtis is alive, Laurie Strode is alive, and she's content with the fact that she can just let it go, let other people worry about the shape or whatever. But at the end of the movie, what if it is, some type of close up of her face, or, something like that. And then you hear, Mr. Sandman in the background, or what if she sings that song that she sang when she first went to the Myers house in 78? I wish I had you all alone. I know it's nostalgia stuff. I'm a nostalgic kind of guy, because I'm such a fan of 78. But what if that was the ending, and then it just fades to black? I could deal with that, if everything is executed correctly up to that point. But again, I think this is much ado about nothing. I think that Jamie Lee Curtis is just reflecting on her career, this connection to this character. So anyways, you guys let me know what you think. Is there a possibility that Jamie Lee Curtis is giving us the ending of the movie and basically saying that Laurie Strode is going to survive? Do you think Laurie Strode is going to survive Halloween Ends? Do you think Michael is going to survive Halloween Ends? What will that ending look like? I just gave you guys, a couple of my ideas that just float around in my head, but I want to know what you guys think. So leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. And also, please like the video. It helps support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to the Nightwatch Zone, what are you doing? This is the time to do it. And we're going to get that other trailer. It's probably going to be, I'd say, within the next 3 weeks or so. That's what I think is going to happen. Could be 4. But anyways, I can't wait to see that. The teaser trailer was lit. And yeah, we're heading towards October, baby. So anyways, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.